Hi guys, it's Maaike. Today I'm back with the Fawn Keep on Swimming set, and I made a fish reveal card. And here it is. It's not perfect by any means, so let me warn you now. I die cut the panel with the thumb notch from some water art and also the wheel. And I doubled up the wheel to make it a little bit more sturdy with some normal card. And now I am tracing where the hole is, and I need to put a bread. So the Fawn Keep on Swimming set has fishes in it, and a ball and a cat, and I thought they all really funny. And yeah, I smudged that. Unperfect number 1. Unperfectness, is that a word? I don't know, I don't care. But I'm trying to erase it once in a while during the card, and it kept staying there, so I left it because I couldn't be bothered. I know, no. I tried to erase it. I thought maybe I'll put some washi tape there or something like that, but I didn't, and I just left it. It's not very noticeable, and you look at the fishes anyway. So here I'm trying to determine the position of my fishbowl and where the bread is. Because I thought there's a fish food can in the set. I thought I could cover up my bread. You can of course leave the bread as it is and not cover it up. But yeah, I didn't have one that was really like this ivory white. And yeah, it's a bit weird to have a bread there. Just like that, I think. So fish food it became. And I didn't color the table in the end, because I thought that the blue from the fishbowl and the orange from the cat were really strong colors, and if I put a brown in there as well, then yeah, I don't know, I thought that would ruin the look. You can of course, that's why I masked it off and I put it on watercolor paper to begin with, but I decided against it. And the fishbowl, I'm just masking off the table a little bit, so the fishbowl bottom will be straight. Because otherwise it will topple over, won't it? And I probably should have put it a little bit more to the left, so there was a bit more room for my fish food. But I didn't. I wanted it in the middle, and then yeah, that's what happens. To make the review wheel, I want to cut out a circle from the fishbowl. And I'm using a circle die that fits. But then I chose a bigger one. You'll see why. But you know, by that time you could have just done it by hand with your craft knife. I think that's much easier. And this is also the same water art paper. And I'm just stamping it again with the MFT Extreme Black ink. And then I will cut them out by hand. I don't have the dies that go with it. I was given this set by my local craft store where I help out for free. And they, you know, sometimes they gave me a present just because I guess they value my help. And, you know, it has a cat, so she knows that will be okay. And that was really nice. See, this is too big, but I end up using that one as well because I didn't consider the size of the fishes. Which is something you probably should do. I thought they would just fit because, you know, it's the bowl and the fishes. But yeah, they do fit in the bowl, just not in the hole I made. So. And yeah, you find out. I said by no means perfect, but I thought I will show it to you anyway. I made it with lots of effort with my stupid arm, and then you can learn from it. And do it properly, and not as I did. So see, this is the lightest color of breads that I have. Maybe I should have done pink after I colored the fish food pink, but yeah, I didn't think about that. I just went for the whitest that I have. So I'm putting it in place so I know where to put my fishes, and I'm tracing the opening as many times as possible. It turns out it fits 5. And I pulled out the rainbow colors of these aqua markers, but I only used 5 colors, of course. And by this time I thought maybe I want the scalloped edge where you have to turn it to remain white. So I didn't do the blue all the way to the edge, but you can see it anyway. So I think you're maybe just better off doing a blue piece of paper and then just stick some fishes on top. I think that would look better. And there's, you know, a pattern paper, underwater paper, like scenes anyway. But yeah, again, in hindsight, it's always easy. But this is a mistake number, I don't know how many I already made. But look, I didn't turn the wheel, so I just stamped my fishes upright as they are here. And so when you turn them, they go wonky because, yeah, I didn't think about that either. So when you stamp these, stamp the first one, then turn your wheel to the next, and then make sure they're straight if that's what you want. I thought fishes, they don't per se swim upright, do they? So I left it. And I chose the sentiment that reminds me of a song. I can't take my eyes off of you, because the cat's sitting there looking at all the fishes swimming by. I bought robo fishes for my cats once. I put them in a bowl, and they were very intrigued by them. But, you know, it was submerged in water. They didn't like that. He didn't like, no touchy, no touchy. It was really funny. My cats are, you know, not afraid of rain when it's just like that misty rain. They're not afraid of thunder. They're not afraid of fireworks. But one fat drop of water that touches their skin, I think it goes through their fur, then they are zoof, gone. They're weird. But yeah, their set is called Keep on Swimming, in case you're interested. And then here's why I decided to make it bigger. And to make it bigger, because of the top it will take off, I decided to do some partial die cutting. And because I used the beveled edges plates that Big Shot come with now, it's not a very precise cut, so I had to cut it a bit more with my craft knife. But you know, you can just do it by hand as well. There's just a little line left to cut out, so I don't know why I did this. I'm blaming it on my painkillers. No, I really am. So you can see I'm doing most of my work with my left hand and just keep my right hand close to me. I can't stretch it. But it poses a problem when I have to cut off stuff. The cat, I fussy cut him, and I can only fussy cut with my right hand, although I'm left-handed. That's a bit weird, I know, but I guess that's me. So now the circles that I've traced, they're not the right size anymore. So I'm just tracing again the edge and then going for the circle that is the right size. But by this time I could have just done the whole thing blue. It would also, I think, be more noticeable when you put it together, because the thumb notch will just show a blue, and then instead of stamping something like a turn, which I didn't, yeah, it would just make more sense. But maybe I will go back and fit it in. And here's the colors I pulled. And then this, I thought, that's a nice blue. So I sped it up a little bit more, 300%, I think. Because I don't do anything special, just blue. And then I color the fishes. And I sprayed with some water to maybe do bubbles and make it look a bit more marbled, textured water. but it doesn't really show up. So on the thumbnail photo I added a few white spots with a gel pen, and just on that one, because I didn't dare turn it and smudge all my gel pen. So I will go in later and maybe add a few more. I don't know. It's see, this is the water, and it does move because it went into the fishes and onto the white edge, but it didn't really pick up anything. At least I couldn't see it did. See, and you can already see it's not in the middle, and I could have just colored the whole thing. And you know, honestly, I think next time I do this I will just use blue pattern paper that looks like the sea or the fishbowl, whatever, and just stick my fishes on top. I didn't do any shading on the fishes because you see how dark the sea is. You can almost see the purple anyway, so yeah. And now I'm looking for the same blue because I forgot which one it was. I need to do this edge. And that's why I decided to not do the stand, but I will color the fish food and the fish, or the cat. I made him orangey because that goes nice with the blue. And if you do any other colors, of course, with the well, I think if I did him black like my cats are, then he would take up center stage. And if you want that, that's okay. my water brush didn't want to work with me. So I'm putting a little bit of red and orange in the corner, and I try to wash it out. But this paper is not the same paper where I swatched them on. This is a cheaper paper, so it doesn't react the same way, of course. And I go back in and then I dry it to be sure not to get any felt tips. You know, when you touch white or the wet marker on your paper and you get those little bumps, it peels off the paper. Something, I don't know what they're called, but I didn't want that, so I just heat set it and then go in with the orange again a little bit to make him brighter, because my blue is so bright. He needs to be, or she, I don't know, it needs to be as bright as well. And blue and orange, of course, are complementary, so they reinforce each other and make them, well, look brighter, darker, stronger. I don't know. And you can, of course, also do your fishes one color, but then, you know, when you turn them, I don't think it makes much sense. As if they look all the same. So I thought this is an easy enough shape to just fuzzy cut by hand. The cat was easy as well. It's not as perfect as if I done it with my skin and cut, but I couldn't be bothered. And I actually also wanted to see if my frozen shoulder would allow me to do these kind of things, and well, it does if I keep my hand close to my body or my arm. I can only move my bottom bit, you know, from the elbow down, and I have to keep my upper arm kind of well stuck to my body. It kind of sucks, but yeah, that's how it is, and I don't want them to stop me, so I want to make a video and see if I can do it. And I'm probably being stubborn, and we'll see what my physiotherapist says next time. But yeah, I don't care. So to make the wheel move, I'm putting foam tape, and first of all, maybe one layer is enough, but I went for 2 because I think it needed it, especially where the bread is. I mean, not even for the paper, but where the bread is, it just needed a bit more support. I'm making sure that the wheel can still move and not get in the way. my foam bits like this big one, yeah, it gets stuck. So I cut the bit out where I pulled on the second layer, but somewhere around here my camera also cut out because the battery ran out, and I'm just putting it on the card base. I made the panel as wide as it needed to be for the review wheel, but I left the length the same. So I'm putting it on the top for the card in the middle. And here my fish is upside down. Yeah, well, maybe he's tumbling, doing twirls, and I don't know. But there's also, I noticed that the corners are still peeking up some white. So I don't want that because it's supposed to be blue water, of course. And then, you know, you can see on the bottom where my thumb is that it starts to peek out more and more and more. So that's why I say just do it all blue and, you know, be done with it, because this is just painful to watch back. But as I say, I leave it all in because you can learn from my mistakes, and it's better that you see the stupid things that people do and not do them yourself. So I'm just some tape runner for my kitty. And as I said, I left the table white. I mean, it could be a white table, but I wanted it to do brown, but I decided against it. And you can do that, of course, if you want. But for this is busy enough, and the things that are important have the focal. So the fish and the cat. And then the fish food is just there to camouflage my bread. Which, if you have the same color as your paper, you can leave as well. I think that doesn't really matter. But yeah, because this was in the set, I left it and I used it. So that's my card. And you can see my fishes are not all straight. That's really silly and stupid. But there you go. My mistake. It doesn't have to be yours. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to be back very soon. And I hope to see you again then. Bye.